Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for clicking on WDTV.com. It's Thursday, April 25th. I'm Kristen Keeling. Here's a look at some of your top stories. A jury has yet to decide the fate of a man accused in the death of a baby boy. The baby died from a head injury. Now, prosecutors alleged it happened at the hands of 24-year-old Jonathan Queen. Earlier today, the defense presented their expert, a doctor, who spoke about the condition of the baby. Then both sides gave their closing arguments. Prosecutors said their witnesses saw the baby after he died and they were able to tell the baby's death was no accident. But the defense said those are all just claims and not facts. A Randolph County man is behind bars after police said he violated an agreement to not have unsupervised contact with a minor. A couple years ago, officers were given 45 letters that 22-year-old Sean Shields apparently wrote to a 15-year-old girl. Some of those letters apparently contained sexual comments. Officers said they got inappropriate pictures Shields took of himself and then sent to the girl. The case was dismissed under the condition that Shields wouldn't have any contact with her, but officers found out he didn't follow that agreement and arrested him. Last month, we told you about a horrible accident where two boys were killed after a water truck rolled on top of their car in Clarksburg. Turns out the driver of that water truck won't be facing any charges. Now, this happened along Route 50. The driver of that truck, 43-year-old Stephen Kuhn, worked for a trucking company out of Mineral Wells. Throughout the entire investigation, Kuhn claimed the brakes on his truck weren't working properly while he was driving down the exit ramp that night, and that's when he lost control and hit his sedan, carrying a 7- and 8-year-old boy, both brothers, and their mother. Now, the mother survived, but the boys were killed. Since then, investigators have worked on the case with the prosecuting attorney's office and found no evidence of negligent homicide. Investigators also said, according to their findings, the brakes should have been working properly. Officials from the state fire marshal's office were out today to try and figure out what caused part of a Marion County apartment building to catch on fire. Now, we just checked in with them. There's still no word yet on what started that. No one was hurt, luckily, when that fire broke out around 4 yesterday in the basement of the building on Locust Avenue. Crews were able to contain the fire to the basement and the front part of the building. What's going to happen to that complex on Johnson Avenue in Bridgeport that caught fire last week? As of today, that's still a mystery. The last thing we heard was from an owner of one of the businesses that was affected. He said they were planning on tearing down half of the building, but that has yet to be confirmed. The building is boarded up and covered to prevent any damage. Stay tuned to 5 News for the latest updates on that. Clarksburg police need your help to nab the man who swiped a woman's purse, then used her debit card. And 5 News has gotten a hold of a copy of that surveillance video that captures the suspect in the act. You can see him right here. Police tell us the man stole a woman's purse at the Burger King on Emily Drive, then used her debit card at the Huntington Bank on West Main Street in Bridgeport. But police say he didn't stop there. He even tried to use the credit card at several other businesses. Now, if you know who this man is, call the Clarksburg Police tip line. That number is 624-1625. Well, that's what's topping our news tonight. Make sure you tune in to Fox 10 at 10 and 5 News at 11 for all of your latest updates. Until then, have a great night.